Hey, hi, listen up. I have some advice, and that is do not read anything else apart from Neville Goddard and his teachings. There are people that are similar to his teachings, so that's Abraham Hicks, it's Joseph Murphy, Louise Burleigh, and don't read anything else. I made the mistake, even though people told me not to mix other teachings with Neville's teachings, because what happens is, and what happened to me, is that I got super confused, and this is not the first time this happened. I got super confused and I got super angry because I thought, I don't want it to be this way. I don't want it to be this way. And I crashed and burned. And it took me a couple of days to get myself out of it. And I have a really nice story that goes with this. So I read this book. I'm not going to tell you the title because you might get so curious that you're going to read it anyway, and then you'll crash and burn as well. So what happened was I read the book and I thought, oh my goodness, everything that I thought is not true. And it's actually all different because he has kind of a similar way of explaining things, this author, but then different. Anyway, so it was a Saturday, the day that I was really confused and kind of angry even. And that's also, by the way, that's also a hint. Like when I feel so off, I know that it's not the right information. But I'll get to that later. So I was a bit angry, and it was super beautiful and sunny. And I was waiting outside before my sport thingy started. So I was sitting outside of this gym hall, and I was just staring at the floor. And then all of a sudden I thought, that looks like an interesting rock. So I picked it up. And then I thought, hey, wait a minute, this is a gemstone. And then I looked further, and then I saw all these other little gemstones. And what do you think? Let me see if I can show you. Look, can you see them? They're like all these little, like real gemstones that were laying on the floor in front of me. And I thought, okay, this is interesting. So for me, it felt like a present, like a little gift, that there's always a beauty in every situation. That's how I interpreted it. So, how I got back on the horse and feeling well again and feeling good about Neville's teachings and not feeling guilty about discarding his teachings. At one point I thought, okay, I don't want this to be true. The teachings of the other book, I didn't want it. And then I thought, yeah, but I cannot just ignore it because what if it is true? And then I thought, hold on. If it doesn't feel well, it's not the right information, because that's how our higher self communicates with us. It communicates through feelings and inspiration. And when I do not feel well, the information is wrong. It's my guidance system. My feelings are my guidance system. It's also your guidance and your guiding system. So that was really super cool when I realized that. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, Louise Burleigh. Maybe you've heard of her, maybe you have not. She I believe she passed on as well to the other realm. She was a very serious student of Neville Goddard, and she was actually also a friend of the family. And she wrote a book, The Magic of the Mind. And I started reading it, and on page 36 to 39, she tells a story about how two people, I guess students of hers, Gary and Jerry, You'll see when you decide to read it. They wanted to manifest something, or not manifest, because we manifest all day every day. They were imagining something that they really wanted to come to fruition. And it's super cool to read this because it answers, like if you read the story, it answers the question, for how long should I imagine? Like, what should I do? Because I know I have this question often with certain things, like how long should I take with this? Shall I drop it now or not? This example answers this question perfectly. So I will put this whole story in the description. It's a bit long to read, but it's worth it. So I hope this helps. And yeah, nice seeing you, or nice seeing me, because I can see you, you can't see me. Maybe you should all make videos as well, so that I can see who's watching this. Wish you a beautiful rest of the day, and I see you back in here soon. Bye bye.